Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Spoke the mic. Mike spoke.
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Share.
Hey, wahoo!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Real.
52's the mic.
Hey, foxtrot!
Come on.
Point it right.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Regular.
Check 52.
Hey, alpha!
Check 52.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Returnable for Grant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Next to score, Dolphins 7, Browns nothing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 25.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let him know.
Play action. It's locked. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
20.
Let's go. No.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And the Browns, first down.
Under 10. Under 10.
At the 47-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Run.
Kill. Bang.
Mayfield down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, good move. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
Kill.
Alert. Kings. Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Taco Charlton, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this from 33. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Browns 3.
Throwing on third down. Locke looking deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. And it's caught by Jennings. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Balaj. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Balaj. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Hey, on 133.
44.
Hey, exit.
All day, baby, all day. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
No. Pistol.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run it with Balaj. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Hey, shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now Landry. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Point it right.
44 is the mic.
Watch out.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
King.
Check three.
Watch out.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Mayfield. Able to find Harris, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Mayfield now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
King.
Kill.
Run.
Wide, get wide. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Real.
This is the mic.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Real.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Man left. Hey.
Regular.
Got 4 down.
Mayfield with it once more. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
I'm coming for you.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. 180.
44. Here it comes.
Up, Nelson.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Buzz. I got you.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt that one.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Up, Nelson.
Twist.
Hey, alert 33.
Mike 52.
I got it.
And again, it's Mayfield. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken at his 4. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he is out of bounds here on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Locke. Safarian-Jenkins has it. The end result, 21 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Luck. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got room. A big play that time out of Chubb. 49 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now Balazs. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balazs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Smith. 44, Mike, 44. You're right.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting... Four yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back him up 5.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Dolphin football.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris.
Mayfield's pass. Complete to Demetrius Harris. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Point it right.
You can choose the mic. Watch Mike.
Go.
Choose the mic. Mike by two. I got you. You go tight. You got tight. Right.
Run.
It's a safety crib.
Alert. Gotcha.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to rifle one deep left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's locked. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they're decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Check it back.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Luck now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
622, 12.
That's 22, that's 22.
11.
Like 22.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Let's go, Mexico.
Rush in.
49, check 49, check 49.
Luck on 1st down. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch out.
61, matchbox, right.
Here's Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Regular.
Hey, team 6.
Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Now Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Willie Henry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. A game there of 30 big ones. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
King.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Hey, alert.
You got nothing. Switch.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still,